How's that for chaos? All right, let's try to create as much chaos as we can on this. That was a lot of willow charcoal. We're gonna make a portrait out of this. I'll show you guys how to create a crazy, chaotic base to a piece, and then pull out a beautiful, almost but not quite, classical, traditional drawing within it. At least somewhat of a balance between that chaos and abstraction. We already kind of have where the face should be. I want to have it somewhere in here a little bit, maybe losing it in this area because we have that nice balance of white and black right there. I'm going to take this piece of compressed charcoal and I'm going to start to kind of put where the eye is, as if I was starting on a fresh piece of paper. But I can kind of see there's like a shadow of a nose right there already, and a little bit one of a mouth in this area kind of. So I'm going to utilize that, but I'm going to drop in an eye right here. The shadow shape of the eye socket, the nose right there. Upper lip with the mouth shadow there, lower lip down here. I'd recommend you try this with your own reference. Just say the same principle so you actually learn it. Because if you just copy the same reference, I don't know if that'll help you as much as, and it won't be as challenging as using your own reference and kind of taking those principles into your own hand. So now I have those nice shadow shapes, maybe a little bit of the other eye. I wasn't gonna really draw that other eye in all that much, but we'll start it. We'll give a hint at where that is. A little bit of the shadow there. Could be refined, but let's take a blending stump now and start to blend out some of those shadows and midtones. So we have a nice base to work with. It's getting a little dark, but we're gonna pop out some highlights, make some decisions real quick on where everything goes using the kneaded eraser. So here's a kneaded eraser. Stretching that out a little bit. Make it a chisel shape. You pull out those highlights. Don't press too hard. It can easily get way too bright. Keep those bright highlights for the absolute brightest part of the face. Real life is really gray. It's not as bright and as white, black and white as people think. So the better you are at identifying the grays, the more lifelike and the more successful your pieces will be. And you utilize the white, the very highlights, and the darkest darks of the shadows sparingly, they're much more powerful. It's like the empty noise in a song, like the negative space, you know? It's kind of like that. You want to utilize that, but you don't want to overdo it. Kind of popping in where those highlights are. Where the shadows go, you can kind of let those flow into the abyss out here where the craziness is happening, the chaos. See, now all this chaos is finished. We're kind of spending most of our time on the face here to kind of balance that chaos out with the harmony of having realism and abstraction together in this like balance. You could find ways to blend this realism out with the abstraction by maybe pulling some of it out there, like that. This shadow of the eye is too bright. We'll knock that back. And we have a little bit of a upper eye socket area, lighter area here. And then I'm gonna start to drop in details for the eye, but I need a little bit of a lighter area to do that, but still not losing completely where the shadow is. I'm going to come back in with the charcoal pencil in a second to kind of refine those details, but I want it to feel right before I start on that. A little bit more of midtones in here. There we go. And then I also see there's like a bright highlight on the neck, right? Just right here, some hints at that, just a little bit. It's crunching on the floor. Let me just kick that out of the way a little bit. Good thing I have my combat boots on today. There we go, less crunchy. That's a nice midtone to work off of. Now I'm just gonna take this woodless charcoal pencil, start drawing in. If you guys want more information about materials, what I use, materials that I have available, or even tutorials and extra tutorials and courses on how in-depth I can get for teaching with drawing, check out the description. Try to put my information in there for you guys. Make it easy. So now I'm just using the pencil not to draw everything in, but to refine where these shadows are, to kind of sharpen where these shadows go. Just enough information to clarify, really. Eyebrow here. If you're able to kind of make it feel like an eye, like a nose with very little information, I think that's a lot more powerful than having to draw in every single detail. Because the closer you get with your proportion and the closer you get with your values, the easier it is to kind of show someone that an eye is there and they believe that the eye is there or the part of the face is there without it actually being there at all. That's a trick that a lot of the masters used to really spend a lot of time trying to accomplish. It could be hit or miss for me, but we'll try it. A few simple strokes. Still showing that something's there. I'm trying to hammer in these angles of the face. These are not the easiest to kind of find, but it's possible. And I can freely blend a little more because we have some of those structured charcoal lines with the pencil. And we'll come back in with the kneaded eraser and start to refine again. It's like carving or sculpting. You pull and you push. Put down material, pull off material. Like adding clay, removing clay. It's a very similar principle, two-dimensionally though. So you gotta have the 3D model in your mind. A few strokes that way. And then we're gonna try to maintain these midtones in here and start to pop in some highlights of where the light's really hitting. To kind of give it a lifelike feel, just very sparingly. That forehead out just a little. And then the bridge of the nose needs a highlight there. And still sculpting that kneaded eraser. Tip of the nose here is one of the brightest parts of the face for sure. Because it comes out the furthest. Part of the chin is highlighted as well. Think about the things that come out closest to you. They're probably gonna have the hardest shadow and the brightest light on them. So the things that recede into the background, you can make them feel like they're receding by keeping them gray, not too dark and not too light. Detail out this eye just a little bit more by giving it a little bit of an eye color here. And a very bright highlight with this mechanical eraser detail eraser. Just right there. Passing over a few times. Okay. I'm liking the look and feel of that, but I lost the pupil there, or iris, or one of the two. I don't remember what it is. I don't even try anymore. And then kind of popping that back in. All right. Now let's blend some of that chaos back into the face. So I have this willow charcoal piece. Let's pull that, and let's pull it just a little bit over so it looks like the face is within the chaos, not sitting on top of the chaos. Don't go too far, because then you'll easily get into kind of like that, easily start to intrude on the face. So pull that back out. Just enough to kind of hint at the relationship between the face and the chaos, but not so much that it overwhelms the face. You still want that face to be the center of attention here, the focal point. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Well, my name is Josh, guys. Thanks for watching. You guys are the best. I have fun making these videos. Hope you guys have fun watching them and learn something about them through them. They're a little bit helpful to you guys in your artist journey as well. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.